Did you ever think growing up with an hour from here that you would be a Hall of Fame pitcher?
No, hell no. I was never even pitching to get into the Hall. I was pitching to survive. Like when it first started, I was pitching to make it out of Vallejo, be out of the Crest. And then it was just like to stay in the big leagues and like survive and just make sure that I'm making enough money and, you know, to take care of my family, provide for my family. But it was never like that foreshadowing thought of like going to the Hall of Fame. It was always just one day at a time, just trying to figure out how to, you know, stay in the big leagues and be the best I could be every day to try to win a game. Like just kind of stacking days, you know what I'm saying? And when I looked up, it was like, oh shit, people consider my career to be a Hall of Fame career and having 3,000 strikeouts, the same number of wins as Bob Gibson. Like it's weird when I hear people
the
talk about,
significance.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just a kid from the Crest. So it's weird to hear people talk about me in the same light as these real legendary baseball players, you know what I'm saying? But to have a chance to go there, Cooperstown this year, with my family, be inducted and like sit amongst the guys, it's a crazy feeling.
Congratulations, bro. That's dope. You getting your jersey retired by the Yankees?
Yes.
It's a big year, man. You got a lot of shit going on. I mean, that's the franchise in baseball. And to consider one of the, obviously a Hall of Famer, but an all-time Yankee great on top of that, what does that mean to you?
I feel like that's a little more than the Hall of Fame. You know, especially me coming as a free agent because it's so hard to come there as a free agent and, you know, make it or, you know, be even considered as a fan. Yeah,
but
you
the
know
bright
what I'm saying?
lights, a lot of people
just to be considered as a true Yankee. You know what I mean? And like, I feel like I accomplished that. If they would have never called and retired my jersey and none of that, it would have been fine. Like, no problem. It's the greatest franchise in sports, probably. So when they called, I mean, I was super surprised and super humble, but like felt more accomplished about that than I did about getting to a Hall of Fame. Because I feel like you put up Hall of Fame numbers anywhere.
Yeah.
I could have stayed in Cleveland, probably would have had the same numbers.
Right.
Milwaukee, same thing. But to be able to come to Broadway, New York, and like do it in the Bronx meant a lot.
What's it gonna mean to see that 52 out there though? In Yankee Stadium?
Yeah, no, it's crazy because I go to a lot of games. Like I'm at the stadium 30, 40 times a year. And like to be able to see my numbers sitting out there and in Monument Park, I mean, it's the ultimate feeling.
Yeah,
I just think about my pops, you know what I'm saying? Like
my last time wearing it. This going in the frame.
Frame it up.
Yeah, you already signed it. You already signed it, so it's going in the frame.
But I just think about my pops and how much he wanted me to play in New York and everything that we went through, you know, growing up in the Bay Area and just how much he played a role in, you know, me being a baseball player. And I feel like it's like the ultimate, you know, compliment to him to have my number retired at the Yankees.
Hell yeah. Opening day is right around the corner. Or shit, it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mañana.
Tomorrow.
And you're calling the game for Netflix. It seems after WBC, which we'll get into, it seems like there's a different type of energy coming into this season. Am I wrong?
Nah, I mean, and I think even last year, like the playoffs. Like the playoffs from last year,
picked up.
Watching the Dodgers and then that World Series, it kind of made it international, it being in Toronto, going 7 games. And the Dodgers needed every ounce of their roster to beat the Blue Jays, you know what I'm saying? So I just think it made for so much drama. And then we come back 3 months later, the next baseball we see is World Baseball Classic. And everybody playing with so much passion and everybody playing for their country.
Teammates ain't shaking hands.
Teammates ain't shaking hands. Like, we taking this serious. So I feel like baseball is just in a great spot. Like, the momentum is going. The pitch clock has been good. Hopefully ABS is good. Like, fans are back at the ballpark. So it's exciting tomorrow to be a part of, you know, what we got going forward. You know, hopefully we can get the CBA figured out. We don't miss no games next year. Because we do have so much momentum in the game, and we're in a place now we can market it back to our people. That's always been something that we talked about, how we got lost in the game and how could we get, you know, players from our community back into the game. This is how. By having the ship hopping, by having the Judges and Ohtanis and whoever else on TV every single day playing these big games. This is how we started watching baseball.
Exactly.
So I feel like we're in a spot now where we can start, you know, gearing towards, you know, getting the numbers back up.
As we kind of enter this space, and again, thank you. Obviously, you've opened some doors, and there's some ongoing conversation now about potentially doing more work. We've got a chance to sit down with some of the guys like Eric Davis and Kenny Lofton alike, and just the energy around their episodes. Chef, we already did, and guys, we already did, but there's a different energy around their episodes. And I kind of felt like talking to them, like they didn't have these type of platforms to talk about. Like what was written about them was the gospel because there was no outlets for them. When you see that type of stuff, and obviously this has kind of been your vision from the beginning, What do you think about it?
I think it's great, and I think what you guys do, I mean, can only add to what we're trying to build. You know what I'm saying? Having the conversations with the Eric Davises, the Darryl Strawberries, Gary Sheffield's, like, there are it is a lot of energy around those episodes because those everybody's favorite players,
Right.
And nobody has heard from those guys in a long time. And like you said, back when they played, whatever you read about them, whether it was in the magazine or the paper, that was the gospel. Like, so to hear all these stories now, Eric Davis talking about how he had to move his hands down, you know what I mean, change his batting stance because of Nolan Ryan, all these different things, you learn about a player from y'all platform. And I saw that right away. I saw what you guys were doing, and I was just like, I feel like it could grow what we're trying to do and amp what we're trying to do, whether it's retired players, current players, you know, people in the league office. I mean, it's good to be able to tell these stories and hear these stories. And I just think All the Smoke is a great way to be able to partner with and a great way to be able to tell the story.
On behalf of the company, man, we appreciate you for opening that door. And we definitely going to make you look good, bro.
Won't let you down. World Baseball ranked over 10 million views on Fox. Dominicans and Venezuela, that game was really exciting. The energy was crazy. It doubled the views than 2023. What can the Major League learn from that?
You know, I just feel like we can just keep building on it.
Ride the wave.
I think so. I think we need to find the perfect time to play that tournament. I think you know, everybody's talked about playing the preliminaries maybe, and then, you know, at the beginning of the year, and then having the semifinals and the finals be during the All-Star break, like a 10-day break every 3 years. But I think we should play it after March Madness. Have a shortened season, start it the Tuesday after March Madness, and just have a 3-week tournament like we do. I mean, it's such a big thing. It's grown globally. It's turned into our World Cup now.
Yeah.
Like you said, I mean, the Venezuelan DR game, the DR-US game, the US-Venezuela game at the end. I mean, those are all huge games, and like just being in that stadium, the energy, the city, is incredible. So I think if we're able to get it right and take the pitching restrictions off, I think you'll see an even better tournament. But like, it's a different tournament. It's been 20 years we've been doing this, started in 2006. And if you just look at the videos from then to now, it's completely different. It's completely different pride that the guys are playing with. The crowd's different. The energy's different. And I just liken it to, like, you look at that Dominican team, you just think about you getting a chance to play with all your homeboys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just think about if you was in the league and you got a chance to pick all your homeboys and y'all play an all-star game for 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit would be so much fun.
Dope. Yeah.
That shit, and that's why you see people coming out the dugout every home run. You see a jacket or doing whatever, because they playing with this is my family. You know what I'm saying? So, in a lot of ways, it's getting bigger than the World Series.
I have a question, because obviously, that's a big statement you just made. Baseball is filled with, and respectfully, white tradition and the unspoken rule. And I think the WBC showed obviously a whole nother side of that. Can that energy, do you ever see that energy being adopted in the major leagues? Just that type of energy and celebration around stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I think you see it a little bit now where, I mean, when I first came up, guys couldn't, if you hit a home run, you had to put your head down and run. Now you see a guy hit a home run, he bat flipping and doing all these different things. You see a guy like Jazz Chisholm being able to come up and wear whatever kind of cleats, gloves, batting gloves, whatever. So the flair has changed.
It's starting to.
I don't ever think it'll get to what you see in the WBC.
Okay.
Because of what I just said, like, you're playing for what's on the front of your jersey a lot of the times when you're playing in WBC. A lot of the times when you're playing in MLB, you want to say you're playing for what's on the front of your jersey. When you're playing in that jersey, you're playing for what's on the front of your jersey. But a lot of times you're not. You know what I'm saying?
And the reality is you can have another one on in a couple months.
Time. You know what I'm saying? So but when you playing that 3 weeks with the Dominican or Venezuela or Puerto Rico, that's for your country.
Yeah.
That's for everything.
Yeah.
So I don't think you'll ever. It's a different
pride.
It's a different pride, and that's why I say it's different. It's
when you enter the league in the early 2000s. What are some of the unwritten rules that you had to deal with that aren't necessarily standard anymore?
I just think the way that rookies was treated when I first came up, whether it was like the hazing, you know, I mean, I remember like my first year, I couldn't even sit on the couch, like in the clubhouse for like the first 2 years I was in the big leagues. Like I had to sit in my locker or watch it, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just you're not really a part of the team when you're a young guy. When I was coming up, you were part, you know what I'm saying, every fifth day when you're pitching, but other than that, like, you're not getting treated the best. And I feel like now you see guys come up right away and they're a part of the team. And that's, I mean, if you want guys to perform well, you want them to feel comfortable. And I feel like that's a big thing. As I got older and kind of in charge of clubhouses, I was like, whoever comes up, they're part of the team right away. We're not hazing, we're not doing none of that. And I feel like that's a big thing now.
What does baseball hazing look like? Like throwing the ball, baseball in about way in the center field, making them go run and get them or something like that?
It could be that. It could be the way people talk to you, the way, like, you make a sandwich, people put their, you know, like, crazy shit. It's, you know what I'm saying?
Disrespectful shit?
Yeah, it's disrespectful shit.
Because each sport got hazing is different. It's different.
Yeah. Baseball is like disrespectful shit where, like, I remember one time I made a sandwich and one of the vets came through and, like, put his fingers, like, all, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had on some white J's one time, warm in the dugout, and one of the vets spit like a big chew, like right on my, you know what I'm saying? Just like shit like that. You know what I mean?
That's fighting type shit though. Normally.
Yeah, normally.
Right.
That's how you do. Bus leave in 10 minutes and they kick all the balls to the top of the arena. And you got to go get them. By the time you get 2 balls, bus gone.
Speaking of you coming up, I mean, you came in '98. You came to a loaded Indians team: Manning, David Justice, Kenny Lofton, Omar Vizquel, Jim Thome, to name a few. What was that like for you?
It was cool to be able to get drafted by
18?
them. I was 18. I got drafted by Cleveland, and to have a relationship with David Justice so young. I mean, I had grown up watching him. You know, those Braves years.
Yep.
Growing up out here, you become a great Braves fan because they own TBS every day right after school at 4:30. So every day I'm watching the Braves. So every day I'm watching David Justice. Kenny Lofton was on one of those teams. And just to be able to be around them, and then the way they treated me, Jim Thome, Robbie Alomar, like all those dudes, like they really taught me how to be a big leaguer. They taught me how to be a professional, and I'm super grateful that I got a chance to be on, like, be around so many Hall of Famers right away. Manny, you know what I'm saying? I had a relationship with Manny when I was 17 years old. So it was just incredible organization to get drafted by. I think no way am I sitting here with the accolades that I have if I get drafted by anybody else besides the Indians.
Speaking of your beautiful wife, how important is she, and how important has she been to your career through all the ups and downs and everything?
Yeah,
let's give her flowers.
Yeah, 1,000%. Nah, she's been there 100%. You know, us growing up in Vallejo, she's been there from every contract. You know what I'm saying? Through the minor leagues, she was out there in the minor leagues. She came out through the minor leagues, so she's been with me every step of the way. And I always say, like, I wouldn't have had the career I had without my family.
Yeah.
Having a distraction to go to and not think about the game, and I'm a completely different person over here with my family. You know what I'm saying? And when I get home after the game, Little C didn't care if I gave up 7 runs or I threw a no-hitter. It's dad's home, and it's time to play, and it's time to hang out. And that was always great for me to be able to separate, leaving the ballpark and going home. And I got to give her a lot of credit. You know, being home now the last 6 years, understanding what it takes to, like, run a household, be in a household every single day.
You're kind of the stay-at-home dad now. She out there grinding.
She raised 4 kids on her own. You know what I'm saying? So, like, now it's a real appreciation for, you know, what actually occurred while I wasn't home, you know, during my career.
I want to give her props because she has another talent. She set a standard for my kids for birthday parties. I went to my kids living in New York. Bro, she throws events for birthday parties, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, like, she really dope. And I was able to attend one of her younger kids a while back. Bro, she is dope at that.
So fuck
So y'all need somebody playing y'all parties. Y'all probably need to holler at her, bro. She dope. She dope. She go all
She
out.
threw a party for me, my birthday party one year in our backyard, and had Redman Method Man perform.
Oh, that's
Crazy shit ever.
Yeah.
Crazy birthday party.
He represented the best new talent in baseball.
Yeah, right now. Yeah. Right. Ohtani, is he a true unicorn in the sport?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think there would be other people that can come along and hit and pitch. I probably think there probably were some other people that could have did it, but I don't think at this guy's level. Like, he's the best baseball player I've ever seen. And I said that. I saw him play 1 inning of 1 game, and he hit a ground ball to shortstop to Didi, and he beat it out at first base. And I was like, this guy's the biggest, the fastest. He hits the ball the furthest. He throws the ball the hardest. You guys remember that guy with y'all little league when y'all was 12 years old? Whatever his name was, the best player, that's Ohtani.
At the highest level.
At the highest level.
Is it, I mean, and this is your sport, is it too early to say he is or will be the greatest of all time?
I said it the first day.
He's here.
He's the greatest baseball player to ever play.
Really?
And yes, absolutely. And I'm a huge Barry Bonds fan. I grew up out here. Barry's the GOAT. But Barry can't go out and throw 7 fucking innings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy is basically Roger Clemens and Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so that to me, you know, sets him apart. But Barry is a close second for me.
Yeah.
You know, growing up out here. But no, it's Ohtani for sure.
Japanese influx, are they just training different?
No, I mean, I think it's just fundamentals, right? Like if you talk about European basketball,
Yeah.
like they do everything right. And even if you watch
young
Team
age.
Japan at a young age, everything is fundamentally like locked in. So they come over here and it's, you know, they do everything the right way and it makes the game easier for them. And I think now you're starting to see like power and slug from these guys, where at first it was, you know, it was more, you know, the Ichiros and those type of guys. But now, I mean, you got Ohtani and you got, you know, the guy that came from the White Sox, I can't think of his name, but you got real, you know, sluggers that are coming from over there that can play this game. So it's fun to watch.
How much credit does Matsui and Ichiro deserve?
Oh, 1,000. I mean, I think if you asked Ohtani, he would say Ichiro's the
Got
GOAT.
that one right, huh?
That's who you think?
I think so. I think so. I think if you asked Ohtani, he would say Ichiro's his inspiration. I have no idea. I've never heard him say that.
He took the game by storm when
He did.
Ichiro came over,
And
bro.
he didn't strike out.
But I mean, he was a 330 hitter with, you know, all the hits and stuff, but he could have easily hit 280 and hit 40 homers every year. You know what I mean? Like, so I mean, 4,000 hits in his career. I mean, unbelievable player. So I think he kind of kicked down the door for what we saw as Japanese, you know, hitters. He was really the first one.
First ones.